I always liked clean country living. I especially love the season when everything starts to turn green and when you enjoy the very beautiful landscapes. Then you feel that you can do good and appreciate what the nature and land gives. Denihivka is my native village. I was born and grew up here. My parents also lived and worked in the countryside. There cannot be a country without a village. Most people have roots in the countryside. The village is the future. I do not regret a single moment that I work on the land, because it is mine, and I love to live and work here. I became director in 1996. I came to work here for the first time in 1985. It was a hard and long road. After graduation, I entered an agricultural institute and then came to work as an agronomist at the farm. After the army, I returned to the village. I started working as a department manager. I enjoyed the work, but back then the technology was not as powerful as it is today. Despite this, we were young and very enthusiastic, and we had the drive and desire to accomplish our work as best as possible. Breeding cows is one of the most responsible and difficult branches of animal husbandry, because milk is a necessary product for the people. This year, the farm on which we worked achieved a yield of 9,000 liters of milk per cow. This was a great indicator that we wanted to achieve for a long time, and we will not stop here. Now we're studying how to make our farm even more comfortable for raising animals, as well as more efficient in manufacturing products. Today there are growing technologies when cows are kept without a leash. We're aspiring to this step by step. We do not want to make only a modern farm. We have plans to build a biogas plant in order to immediately receive organic fertilizers. These projects are already in the development phase. The cows need good feed to give high-quality milk. This year, we have prepared 4,000 kilograms of silage for them, 600 tons of straw, and most importantly, meadow hay from herbs, which we have harvested from early spring. In addition, there is alfalfa hay. During the year, cows eat 130 tons of hay. We receive about 7,000 tons of organic fertilizer from our herd in 12 months, with which we fertilize our fields. We have 1,650 heads of cattle on our farm, including 800 dairy cows and 800 young livestock of different ages.
Our
breed is Ukrainian black speckled dairy. We're constantly improving our livestock genetically. We inseminate our cows with sperm of highly productive Holsteins, which we import from the US and Canada. This process has been ongoing for 10 years now. Holsteins are a kind and calm breed. They are beneficial and give record milk yields. They consume much less feed than, for example, our Ukrainian red breed, which I also like, but the fact is that it is less productive. Holstein is a breed of dairy cattle of high productivity. This is the most common breed of dairy cattle in the world. Holstein bulls are not bred for meat. Initially, bulls were bred in Germany and Holland, but in America, selectors only improved their qualities. Holstein bulls are very large. The weight of a servicing bull can reach 1,200 kilograms. Albeit, they are not very large in size and muscular. Cleanliness is a very important factor for the Holstein breed of cattle. They require a certain temperature in the pen, and they need a lot of fresh air for proper breathing and breeding. The barns are cleaned before each milking. The fact is that these animals become aggressive if there is dirt in the feeders or stalls. The cows refuse to give milk, and the bulls lose their appetite. Ukrainian black speckled cows are considered the best among others in terms of their milk productivity. They feel well in any climate and also tolerate mechanized milking. The hardest thing in our business is to prepare the young. Indeed, calves require special and cautious treatment. This is the most important task that is assigned to the best staff.
Роботу з телятами.
Працює на цій фермі 20.
Our farm employs 20 people. The human factor is very important. We have no turnover. People work for 35 years. The work of a milkmaid is very hard, and not for everyone. They must wake up 3 a.m. for milking to milk 3 times a day, rain or shine. This employee must always be ready.
3 рази в день треба йти. Це не важливо, сніг, замітіль, вона весь час на роботі, весь час готова. Тому я вважаю, що це важка робота.
Очень полезное молоко. Но это тот продукт, который...
Milk is very nutritional. It is the main product necessary from the first day of one's life. If there is no mother's milk, then we have complementary foods. We need milk to build a cell. This is a cellular diet. Milk contains many necessary ingredients. Vitamins, amino acids, and proteins are building materials and secretions starting from the top of the head to the heels, meaning from the pituitary glands to the thyroid gland, which are the conductors in the orchestra for the restoration of metabolic processes in human beings. The most important thing is that the body accepts such milk. In other words, if a human body that is 100 years old and has no intolerance to lactose, then all the power to it and let it drink milk. A calf up to 3 months old drinks 350 liters of milk. Before it becomes an adult cow that is up to 25 months, it eats 9 tons of feed.
9 тонн кормів до 24-25 місяців. Тому що це маленьке телято, як мала дитинка, як той казав.
A little calf is like a little baby. When a calf is born, we put it in individual compartments and grow it using a special technology. First it drinks milk, and then it eats special feed, as the young must show an increase in live weight of at least 800 grams per day. In the individual compartment, it is half a month or 2 months old.
Живої ваги не менше 700-800 грам. Потім ми їх переводимо в старші групи.
Then we transfer them to older groups, group cells, and then the heifers at the age of 1 year go for insemination. It takes 2.5 years to grow a highly productive cow. As for the feeding process, we have 5 diets on the farm. They're selected depending on the different age groups, the physiological state of the cows.
У нас на фермі 5 раціонів. Це от такий молоднячок кормиться, значить, в основному комбікорм готовий і сіно.
We feed the young animals with mixed fodder and hay, while the other ones eat a full feed mixture. In general, cows are divided into dry breeds, which do not milk, but prepare for breeding, and high-yielding breeds. The further division is done according to the amount of milk they produce.
Потім корови високоудійні, Потім корови, які дають менше молока і ще менше. Коротше, на 5 раціонів ми розділяємо поголів'я.
Ця ферма продає в день 5 тонн молока.
Our farm sells 5 tons of milk daily. Each cow gives 20 liters of milk on average, or 2 buckets a day. Not a single liter of milk is sent to the consumer until it is tested for antibiotics. Our product is competitive since the milk we produce is of a very high quality.
Виробляємо, воно високої якості. Є ряд іноземних компаній.
In Ukraine, there are foreign companies that have come from Europe and are engaged in dairy production. They work on our milk. I have never received any claims from them as to the product quality.
Ніде ніколи не чув, що наше молоко завжди було і буде конкурентно спроможне.
Среди положительных факторов, которые наблюдались на рынке выращивания крупного рогатого скота в Украине,
Among the positive factors that were observed in the cattle growing market in Ukraine, there was an increase in government subsidies for agricultural producers.
и по итогам 2018 года порядка
And by the end of 2018, about 4,500 agricultural enterprises and farms and about 3,000 farms and households received subsidies for the purchase of livestock and equipment especially for raising cows.
как для растениеводства, так и для животноводства, в частности для выращивания коров. На сегодняшний день есть большой
There is a great demand among foreign investors for breeding cows here in Ukraine and exporting their meat to countries of the Middle East and North Africa.
на экспорт, в том числе в страны Ближнего Востока и Северной Африки. То есть на сегодняшний день
Today they are very interested in the production and processing of meat in Ukraine. Over the past year, exports in some categories of commodities, mainly butter and condensed milk, increased.
это сливочное масло и сгущенное молоко. То есть это на сегодняшний день два продукта.
These are two milk processing products that are promising because they can be stored longer.
Поскольку они могут дольше храниться и есть реальный спрос в
These products remain in high demand abroad, in the former republics of the USSR, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Georgia, Moldova, and other European countries.
То в Індії це свята тварина.
In India, a cow is considered a sacred animal, and all people pray for it. I think that our cow is also a sacred animal. It deserves respect. The following fact speaks only about its mind. If it is united and let out, it will return only to its home, not to the home of a stranger.
Дуже рідко
It is quite rare that they conflict with one another. They are peaceful, tolerant, and they are not jealous or envious of one another.
толерантні тварини.
This is an animal that loves peace. Cows are very attached to people, though they are sensitive to frequent changes of their owner. If the milkmaid is sick, they feel her. They are very sensitive to noise. A cow may have a lot of milk, but it may simply not give it away due to stress. The main thing for them is comfortable conditions. Then the milk will be good.
То, що ми
Natural wealth requires the right attitude. The most important thing is the land. We must work on it in such a way that it does not just give us everything at once. Then tomorrow our descendants will have nothing to do with it. We need to work effectively so that it serves us for many more years.
завтра вже не було що на ній робити нашим нащадкам. Ми повинні працювати,
So we're also engaged in crop production and agriculture.
щоб вона ефективно на багато років ще служила нам. Тому ми сьогодні і займаємося в нашій рослинництво. У нас система землеробства розроблена. Щасливий тим, що я завжди
I'm happy that I have always been working in the countryside.
горжусь.
I'm proud of it and I love it. I make every effort to make it better and more comfortable for the lives of people.
Для людей комфортне.